welcome back to our podcast, Vaz. And we have new section. It's called.
What Gen Z wants.
Okay, so basically in this podcast, we're gonna talk about Gen Z.
Yes.
But before that, do you know what is Gen Z? Generation Z.
Gen Z is the range of people that was born in 1955 until 2012.
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
So we're gonna talk about what their issue, the hot topic, and a lot of stuff. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so today we're gonna talk about something that's so hot
Yes.
in your generation, of course, not my generation. It's
The
Anxiety.
anxiety of Gen Z.
Yes.
I mean, like, look at millennials. When they have problem, they don't express themselves as self-harming. But in our generation, like, I think it's the most common thing
Yes,
ever.
there's a lot of people that think self-harm is some
Normal
hot,
thing.
hot thing.
cool things to
Cool
do.
thing.
Yes,
They want
cool
to follow
things.
the trend.
Yes, there's a lot of trend.
Yes, and there is one news that really shocked everyone. In Banyuwangi, there's an accident, not accident actually. There are students, I think it's 20 students do self-harming by cutting their hand. Just, and you know what the reason behind it?
What?
Because they want to follow TikTok trends.
Oh my god.
That's really bad. That's really bad.
That's awful.
Yes. And if we talk about self harm, why do Gen Z think that self harm, anxiety, it's things that they have to concern? Because I feel like for millennials' point of view, Gen Z are give too much on that topic. Is it right?
Yes.
Because example for Gen Z, when example me and Keza are just going to dance in the street, like we don't care about others people opinion, but sometimes in our range of age, the Gen Z generation, people they care too much about people opinions. Like me and Kaiza doesn't think that people care, and that's true. People doesn't care at all, but they concern themselves too much about the surrounding.
Yes, and the second main thing is because we are in digitalization era, so people care too much about what people thinks and what is the trending topic for now.
Yes, it's like
And a
every
lot
word
of-
is topic.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, so maybe one of the reason behind like how self-harm and anxiety and mental illness become hot topic for Gen Z is because social media.
Yes, I think that is the main thing because we have a lot of screen times.
Too much screen
Yes,
time.
too much screen
screen
time.
time.
And
Like from let me give a few example. Like since age 2, a child just can hold their phone or iPad as much as they want. Like maybe sometimes parents observe, maybe they keep an eye on their child, but sometimes parents don't. And like they don't know what their child is watching. Maybe they're watching some things they aren't supposed to watch.
yes. And I think parents should keep an eye on their children and
That is correct.
probably should manage the social media for them. Because I think they are not supposed to see something.
They're not supposed to use social media until like they become on age.
Yes.
I think I agree on this, yeah, because I feel like your generation is like worry too much. Like
Yes.
when I see the topic sometimes in TikTok, your generation criticize someone else, how the way someone else dressing or how like simple thing can be a hot topic or a simple thing can be so like become so dramatic.
Yes.
Yes.
That's real. Like, I mean, the way people criticize things over such simple things in like maybe the way Keiza dress, the way I speak maybe. Sometimes it just hurt our heart. Like
Yes.
Gen Z are sensitive about that thing because
Yes.
like yeah.
But I feel like Gen Z is really like to criticize people, like,
Too much.
Yes, too
criticism,
much.
Too much.
and then that's why there is like this called self-harming is for what people so-called express themselves because they don't know how to express themselves.
Like a good way to express yourself if you're stressed and you don't have any people surrounding to talk about your problems. Maybe you can do painting. Maybe you can express yourself in writing or like any other positive things. Just don't do self harm.
Yes.
Okay, so do you maybe perhaps in your environment or you ever saw by your own self, by your own eyes, someone or people around you do self harm?
Yes, there are a lot of people do such thing because I feel like there is a lot of pressure here in boarding school, especially, and then they don't know how to express themselves and yes.
The tight schedule for me, like
Yes.
like the tight schedule of a boarding school. Like you activitize yourself from the morning until night, and it's
And
so exhausting.
yes.
But I do believe that it's one of the factor, right? So, do you have maybe like tips or what should you do to like reduce this self harm and mental issues?
I feel like we should keep an eye on our surroundings and listen to them what they're going to talk about and then what yeah, be friends with everyone and don't
Like
bully.
yes, don't bully. And I think like if you're too exhausted, like it's okay. Just take a 1 day rest. It's okay. No one's going to judge you.
Yes, I think that's right. Like, there are so many options you can do.
Yes.
Yes, beside of course self harm, you can do like take your hobbies or what? Maybe you can express your worry, your anxiety to something else, right?
Yes.
That is absolutely,
Absolutely
correct.
correct.
I think what you can for if you can give advice for audience, for viewer, what is your suggestion to do besides self harming or express your anxiety to something else? What activity you suggest?
Just do any activities that you find enjoyable, exciting and sort of that because we need to express ourselves not only in self-harm and there's a lot of things.
Yeah, there are like a lot more things rather than doing self harm. Like, why are you doing self harm? There are so many things to express yourself in a better way, in a positive way, in a way that wouldn't hurt yourself.
And also, I think we have to underline this in our religion, in
Yes.
Islam. Hurting yourself, self harming is not allowed.
Yeah, it's
Prohibited.
It's super duper not okay for us to do. Okay. I think that's all. I think we have discussed about what Gen Z want. And that's our first episode. We
yes.
gonna meet you next episode. Bye bye.